I am like really sad. That this happened, but I was talking with one of my comedian friends who's not a believer, and he was bold enough to share that he was molested as a kid. And what happened is he was just in a video arcade, and some guy, just like kind of cornered him in like one of these like games where you're kind of in a fake car together.
Right.
And so he's like groping him. He's a little kid. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just a little kid in an arcade. But when he was sharing that, my mind immediately, and it came right out of my mouth, was thinking, why did that pedophile choose him? And I was thinking, my sister is, and I was also thinking about all this stuff with submission and headship and stuff like that, and the power dynamics that makes pedophiles go for kids. And I was thinking, I don't think the pedophile would go for my sister because she's very mouthy and loud, and the pedophile probably wouldn't think he could get away with it. I have no idea if that's even true of this particular person that committed this crime, but the reality is that there is a pedophile that will go for a kid like that. You know what I mean? Like, evil is evil, and there's like, so it's just like a totally wrong line of thinking. But I regret that I was expressing these thoughts in real time, and I was like, I wonder if that that pedophile chose you as a kid because he could tell that you were compliant. He could tell that you were a nice kid. And in the back of my mind, I'm trying to make sense out of what, like, why do these things happen? Is it, is it the victim's fault?
Well, what you just did was describe not a way to understand it and synthesize that experience while hearing it yourself, but what you just explained was the reason why churches want women compliant and easy to be around, and a sweet, not kid, but woman. Keep sweet, just like in the Mormon church. They don't want a community full of women like your sister saying, get your hands off me. If you do that again, that's it. I won't submit to it. I'm allowed to choose God before you, like that. And if you do it again, I'm we'll report them the first time. How about no warnings? One time with that stuff, big problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My sister would be like, stranger danger or something. You know what I mean? Like, you're a pervert, get out of here, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm postulating, who knows? Like, it's not that she's protected, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the thing is, I was not compassionate to this guy, and I contributed to his victimization. And, I know that I hurt him, and I didn't know how to fix it in the moment. And like now, like, I know he hates me. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. Like, I can't fix that. And there's other stuff too. But
have a little compassion on yourself.
But that's the thing, is like, I wanted to share that example because it's the same logic, but it's rape culture, and I'm applying it now to a man who's like totally not accustomed to being treated that way.
What you're doing is showing how this keeps happening in these communities. I know, but it's the mentality was indoctrinated into you first, right? Now, this is why when we share our stories, people are like, I don't get it, or I can't come along with you and track, or I can't do empathy, because if they were to with our stories, they would have to go back and look at all the things committed against them and the crimes. This mindset of victim blaming keeps them from having to deal with that. So I want you to see, you were indoctrinated that if someone's raped or sexually abused, what did they do to deserve it? You took that logic that was told to you, so you be quiet, and you applied it to the child. And now you're feeling repentant of that and sad that that person experienced that at your hands.
Right.
But so did you. And now we have a window into why, when we're interacting with people, why they're not able to hear us and come along with us and empathize with us. They're indoctrinated. And technically speaking, they're still in bondage.